Let's start. All right, resume. Don't start a new stream because I don't want it to be
Literally
split up
that
into
WWE, dude.
I don't want to get it split up into 2 episodes.
Well, WWE doesn't own the rights to that song.
Oh, it's gonna be split in 2 episodes. Darn it!
Well, what you could do is if you were recording at the same time, you could just like basically.
Nah, then I get no views.
Oh
right.
fuck! I just spilled my lemon head.
Rip. All right, we're back.
I could have said
now.
something, but
I don't know what happened.
And all the likes switched and the chats are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Dude.
Well, let's get the dislike train on right now, boy.
Superior Spinax, just subscribe. What's up?
Why is it 144p? Get the fuck out of here.
No, it updated.
No,
Yeah, so now it's gonna be a all new cast and stuff. Darn it! All right, so I'll have to label it as part 1 and part 2, but that sucks. I like everything.
Especially since the part 2 is gonna
You're
be
going
like
out
10
for even
minutes.
more views.
Yeah.
You gotta separate it. Dude, 10 minutes each.
Oh my
Just
God.
have like 20 parts, all
That's
10-minute videos.
Liked again. Well, thank you guys for showing back up.
Those likes and dislikes even, guys. You're 3-3. Keep it even.
Dude, it's the only thing that's wrong with this is my.
Yeah,
ace-
we got the dislikes, boys.
Ugh, shut up. The only thing.
For
that-
every dislike, Augie's gonna suck one.
Oh, jeez.
Let Augie talk. Shut up.
The
So
only.
right now, it's gonna suck 4 people for minutes.
Alright, let Augie talk for a second.
The only thing that's I'm like mad about is because I've like my OCD is like through the roof bad. So whenever I stream,
yeah,
and
mine
it's like
is
a
too.
different thing, I see 2 streams and it's just like, ugh, I want it to be 1. There needs to be a way where you can like connect like 2 different streams if that happens.
Like I said, man, the best thing you can do is if you recorded it all at the same time, just put that up.
I could just like I have a video downloader. I could just download them and splice them together. But
That is true.
and then re-upload it. But then I'd have 0 views.
Dude, grind it. You got a fucking like almost 2,000 subs. Someone's gotta
Okay,
watch
so
this
which
shit.
is worth more to you, the views or your OCD?
The
Because you're
views.
gonna have to give up 1.
The views.
Okay, well then give up your
Rip
OCD.
OCD.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it Chizzer Whale? Is that who?
Is that C4?
Yeah, I'm thinking it
Oh.
is.
Let's throw him in.
Oh,
Well,
what?
he's got to get in the calls.
It might or might not be.
I thought you guys is in colors. All right, we'll wait for him.
Yeah, get out of here.
Again, just in case someone hasn't.
Well, someone
Yeah,
joined.
hashtag dislike for sock. Go. Thank you, Sonic.
Jeez, Sonic milk.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the dislike right now.
I love how you said that. Thank you, Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog
go.
is here.
There's the Discord link.
That was an old
Yes,
account.
I know.
All right. Dude, I'm pumped, dude.
Pumped.
Hump it and pump it and pump it and pump it and hump.
Boop, boop, boop.
Let's get this on because I want to hear this.
Hey, I'm Sonic.
Oh, but do you want to continue talking about the Wolfie Raps while we wait?
Yeah. So basically, Wolfie Raps, he got exposed for cheating on his girlfriend with a sophomore, haha, in high school,
Wait, how
not in
old is
college.
My type of man.
How old is he?
Yeah, Wolfie's in a little bit of trouble. And guess what? So is FaZe Banks and RFC and Alyssa Violet and everyone else in the house who let this happen. And they're all getting super defensive. FaZe Banks lost his mind when Tommy C pointed all this out. In fact, I did a whole video about it. And
I remember.
Yeah, FaZe Banks is going on defense, and so is Alyssa Violet. RFC's kind of stayed quiet, but this is funny to me. It's not funny that the kid. Oh wait, we got him in there. All right. Let's go ahead and get this on show on the road. C4, welcome.
What is up, man? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. You sound
good.
great. You sound great. All right,
Alright,
are you here to wrestle, Connor?
Oh yeah, that's
Not really, man. Just talk about some topics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec. Sorry about that.
Well, you missed a popular
Your phone's popping. I get it.
But Oh wait,
those
sorry. Here,
Fortnite
let me actually
girls.
beam this to my headphones. Sorry about the sound.
It's okay.
Echoes
You sound great, man.
No, you sound fine.
Go for it.
Here, one sec, guys.
Alright.
So then FaZe Banks.
Yeah, and then you made a video on him, and he blocked you on Twitter.
Yeah,
Right.
and then he reported me to Keemstar, and then he did. A whole
Keemstar
video on
bullied
trauma.
you.
Yeah, and then Keemstar
Wow.
bullied me.
All right, I
Dang,
am
dude.
back.
Tommy Garcia just subbed on YouTube. What's up?
What were we gonna say?
Tommy
C4?
Garcia.
Dude, it's Tommy G, dude.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, it's Emoji, dude.
It's Emma G.
All right. You got
Go
some
ahead,
topics,
C4.
caller? Random caller.
But yeah, what are we gonna talk about, guys?
Well, when you call, you're supposed to bring something to
Yeah,
the table.
Well, you had some disagreements with Connor in the chat about the alt-right or not. Sorry, about the left and the media. So you want to talk about that?
I don't know. I just feel that I don't know, if you kind of relinquish your biases and look at things from an objective standpoint, I think that the left and the right have
bias. In fairness, we all have a bias.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. As you're saying, we do all have a bias, so I guess we can relinquish it only as much as we can. But in that attempt, I guess you're able to see that both sides clearly do have a victim complex. For example, if you look at even the certain channels that kind of champion the right's cause or the left's cause, they're all about demonizing the other side, and in that is kind of this idea that I don't know, you're under some sort of social attack, and I think that that's really like hinting at that victim complex that's kind of prevalent there.
Yeah, I mean that's what the reason that most shows do that on the right and the
Ben,
left.
stop
because
typing.
Viewers in general just leech off negativity. They love negativity. So as much as you can attack the other side, the more viewers you're going to get. I mean, a right-leaning show is not going to get popular by just simply sitting there and talking about all the great things that the right has done. Neither will a left-leaning show. They get popular because they trash talk the other side. That's how it works. So
and that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. When I noted that the right had a victim complex within the chat, my goal wasn't like I'm political independent, so I don't really lean left or right. But my goal was not to actually like attack the right, or if I were to the opposite, to attack the left. I was just merely noting the kind of obliviousness to that fact. I think that you guys kind of neglected that as you pursued to talk about the less victim complex. I think
well, I think that also the idea is that both sides, I mean, the right can still be victims too. I mean, it's not like they're immune to being a victim.
Yeah, I know, but ideologically, a victim complex. Within a victim complex, the idea is that you're not entirely the victim that your complex kind of attributes you to be. Is that correct?
I mean, how do you think it elected?
I guess so. I assume you could say that.
Repeat yourself. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Yeah, I would say that. Can you repeat it? I didn't really understand.
The stream just crashed again.
Oh, really?
No.
Did it?
No. Okay, you went to the thumbnail for some reason.
Oh, okay. You scared me.
Sorry.
Yeah, it looked like it crashed.
But what I'm saying is, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I was just highlighting something that I think was a juxtaposition. I just didn't think you gave enough focus to one particular facet of things.
Well, yeah, that's mainly like I said because this is a right-leaning show. So, what do you do on a right-leaning show is attack the left, and what do you do on a left-leaning show is attack the right. I mean, that's kind of the idea behind it. So by pointing out that double fallacy, I don't accomplish anything. I just piss off both sides, and no one's happy. So it's kind of like there's no point. I don't put myself on a higher ground or come out with a opinion of my own if I say that everyone's bad, right? Like that's not.
Yeah. In that way, you're not standing for anything, and I completely understand that. But I do think that it would be, and you can agree or disagree, but it would be extremely socially irresponsible for you, and despite you, forget what I'm actually saying, for you to have a right-leaning show and only dog the left as if everything they've done is wrong, that is socially irresponsible.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course.
Well,
the idea behind it.
We did dog on Roseanne.
Yeah, I mean, we're not like agreeing with those.
So all I'm saying is that, man, like you got to give kind of credit to both things. You got to give people credit when they do bad stuff. Give them credit when they do good stuff, and as a result, you're gonna get somewhere where the idea isn't to kind of dog the other side, but the idea is to kind of have politics as a solution. And that's my whole thing.
I understand where hey Connor, mind if I interrupt real quick?
Sure, yeah.
I kind of understand what you're saying, C4. Basically, I think you came in right at the wrong time because we were kind of dogging on Roseanne earlier. I don't know if you heard that part of the podcast.
Yeah.
But in it, basically, we were saying what she did was fucked up, but we also said what the left did was fucked up by just automatically throwing her off the air. Could it have been a teachable moment? Yes, it could. It could have been something that basically saved everyone's job. Yes, it could. And they could have made it a mandatory thing that she would have to do an episode based off of this thing where she says something fucked up on Twitter, like Monday Matt said, and basically has to run through a learning lesson, just like every episode of that show has been since it re-aired. What I'm saying is that Roseanne's a right-leaning person. She fucked up. We gave her shit. We gave her criticism. The left fucked up. We gave them criticism. Exactly. So basically, it's just from subject to subject, it sometimes changes, but it is one of those things where basically there is a balance.
Yeah. And I completely understand what you're saying. And wholeheartedly, my intent actually coming in here, like you guys kind of brought up the political thing that I was bringing up in the chat, but I want to talk about this Wolfie drama a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Politics, guys. I discuss this stuff all day. It's kind of tiring. It's exhausting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get into this Wolfie stuff. So, I don't know, any takes on it?
Dude, Wolfie. Okay, listen up. This guy has had an interesting past when it comes to this stuff, because I remember a lot of commentators jumped on him back when he first joined Cloud King when they found an old video of his watching. The title of the video was "Little Girls Twerking." And
What?
Yeah,
dude, what a great thumbnail.
So, but then everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, that's weird," and then they kind of forgot about it. Well, now turns out Wolfie is getting with sophomores, or maybe he's a junior or a senior. We don't really know, but
nothing.
I think
She's a dropout, maybe.
I think we can all agree that it's a weird situation. And like it or not, FaZe Banks and Rice Gum and Alyssa Violet and everyone in the house holds some sort of responsibility, because they shouldn't. They act like, you know, Alyssa Violet published this video on Snapchat. She was just like, I don't care. I just sit in my room all day. That's a problem, all right? When there's underage girls getting into the house, getting plowed, and you don't know about that, and you don't care, that's a problem, all right? So I think everyone's at fault here. Obviously, Wolfie mostly, but the others share some sort of responsibility. And they're all acting like a bunch of kids. You know, they're all acting my age and not taking any sort of responsibility. They're not handling the situation at all.
Okay, well, to be fair, to just play devil's advocate a bit, would the other owners of the house really actually be at fault for his crimes?
Dude, it's not their fault.
I don't know exactly how the law works.
No. It's not 100%. But they share some sort of responsibility, because they.
Is there any legal responsibility or repercussions that they should face?
I'm not in a position to say legal, because I don't know. But it looks pretty bad. I'm just gonna say that.
It certainly looks bad. So the girl was talking about how she actually heard one of her friends expose it on some dude's live stream. So you guys know who the diss rapper is? He's like a streamer, a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. He doesn't make the best content, but nevertheless,
he's the guy he was the Rice Gum ghostwriter, right?
Yeah, Rice Gum ghostwriter. So this guy brings this girl on stream, and you can go back and look at it. I think the video's from a couple months ago. But this girl actually unveiled this drama before it actually had enough credibility to be this drama. And I just found the same thing present. The idea that kind of like this is just allowed to go on within the house. You see vlogs and people just walk in and out of the house. I think that's problematic at times.
Star and Tommy said, I believe that, you know, people go in and out of that house on a daily basis, and they can't keep track of everyone that's going in and out.
That's the problem.
And that is certainly an issue, though, man. Like that's where you lay your head.
Weird. That's really
okay.
weird.
I actually have a question. If one of your housemates, if you're living in like a house with multiple people, and one of you comes in and has like illegal drugs, do all of you get in trouble, or just the one who's possessed?
Let me say this. Let's say that you, Connor, me, Connor, and Panda, we're all roommates. Like kind of like how Rice Gum, Banks, Wolfie, and her were roommates, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that I'm just sitting in my office recording, Augie's in his office recording, Connor's debating politics, and Panda, who's muted, by the way, who can't defend himself right now, is in the other room doing cocaine. Well, let's say that basically the cops come in, or basically it gets exposed that he does cocaine. Is it all of our faults that he's doing cocaine?
We hold some responsibility, because we're sitting here in a house, Panda's bringing in cocaine. Looks kind of bad on us now, doesn't it? You know?
I'm pretty sure you actually face legal
I think that it's easier to hide cocaine than it is a person.
Yeah, it is. But also, I think you actually do
it's a different
face
scenario.
legal
Cocaine. Let's say Ben was bringing in an underage girl.
Yeah,
well, he's underage, so it's.
Well, no. This is hypothetical. If we were all roommates, we wouldn't be underage. No.
Wait. Finally, we're talking.
All All right, this is hypothetical, right? All right, five years from now, all right, we're all roommates, all right. I'm doing my thing, Connor's doing his thing, Gamer Julie's doing his thing. Ben is bringing in underage girls and having sex with them. It looks pretty bad in our part.
Dude, it's okay because I am underage. Fucking.
No, this is you
5
years.
God, listen, you fuck.
Oh,
Dude, I've been AFK for like the past like fucking.
I said that when
minutes.
you came back. All right, point is, looks bad on our part. We hold some responsibility because we allowed this to happen. All right. You're telling
What
me.
do you mean?
That you're telling me that we don't even.
Oh my God.
We don't have them. Yeah.
Chill out.
You're telling me that we, you know, the fact that we allowed Ben, like the fact that Ben brought in an underage girl, none of us knew about it. All right, that's pretty weird.
Okay, well, do you think like a pub owner? Wait, listen. Do you think a pub owner should be responsible if someone like shoots up?
Dude, like date rape, okay?
No,
or is that the person's
no.
fault?
This is a household. I'm just talking about.
Yeah, but
it
it's
looks
the
bad
pub's,
that
it's the pub
none of
owner's
us,
area.
none of us
He let it
knew
in.
Ben enough to know that he would do something. None of us saw Ben bring in the girl. None of us, of the
claim through the window, dude. 100%.
Yeah, through the window. None of us saw, none of us saw this happen. None of us saw her leave. And then when the police report comes, it's the first time we're hearing about it. Looks pretty bad. If it's the first time we're hearing about it from the police.
Well, how do you know she's underage? That's a real question. You're like, yo, how?
In fairness,
She said she admitted it. She
there's
said
a
that
lot.
this entire time.
She admitted it. She's in the sophomore yearbook.
Yeah.
People from her school have exposed her.
Now, I do want to say this. Okay. Basically, it's hard at times. I'm not going to lie. I've seen some fucking 21, 22-year-old people that come into my shop to buy cigarettes look fucking below fucking 16, and they're actually like older than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And basically, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So
That's
basically, let's say that basically this person's coming into the house. We don't know her fucking age. It's none of our business what her age is. But
yeah,
if it does come out that she was underage and stuff, basically, and we find out about this, we were like, dude, that's fucked up. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ben?
Right.
You sick motherfucker.
I think also people have a wrong idea of roommates.
I don't think they hold
think
legal responsibility. But
no,
it looks
let's be
horrible.
honest though. If we saw Ben coming in with a girl, we're not gonna like sit there and like quiz the girl and like be like, "What's your age? Where are you from?" Like, dude, that's just kind of like
where you
that's just
from?
weird.
What is that?
Also, by the way,
I think that. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that. Wolfie. So you see Wolfie. He's bringing in this girl. This girl has disclosed that she is 17. In the first place, man, like, particularly when you're dealing with people who have some sort of notoriety. These guys are known in the community, they're clout gang or whatever, they've established themselves. They're internet celebrities. Let's say that, whatever. It sounds crazy to say, but
I do have
whatever.
a very good point once you're done, but go ahead.
So the fact that anybody can kind of roam into your house is problematic.
Exactly.
It's 2018. People do crazy shit, man. Like,
I mean, Alyssa Violet said on Snapchat, she was like, I don't have time to talk to like 100 people every day. No, there's 100 people going in and out of your house. What?
But
why do you think she sits in a room all day? Fucking hell.
With her stupid fucking dogs. Anyways, let me say one thing. There is a point to this that that people are missing. The reason why they're pissed off at Banks, RiceGum, and Alyssa is not because she's underage. The main reason that people are pissed off is because they knew who Wolfie Rap's girlfriend was, and they didn't. And they said that they've seen her with him, and they didn't say anything to her friend. That's what a lot of people are being pissed off at Alyssa and Banks for, and RiceGum.
Wait, they're pissed that they didn't snitch that he was cheating.
Yeah,
right.
The girlfriend.
I don't feel like that's the main outrage. I don't think people.
Well, no, people are pissed that it's under an underage girl, but whenever it comes to Alyssa, Banks, and RiceGum, every time, basically the subject, even Augie talking about the Snapchat thing, they were saying basically, how did you not know he wasn't cheating on his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That means not only did they never see an underage girl walk in, they never saw a girl walk in, go to Wolfie's room. Yeah.
I think that's complete BS.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, no, I think they're just trying to vouch for their friend.
They all. Here's the thing. They keep saying Wolfie left the house 3 months ago. All right. What happened? 3 months ago, he just left. He was just like done with the business partnership. He was like, "All right, guys, been a good ride on Clout Gang, but now I'm gonna head off and do better things."
But
what?
Even though we left the house 3 months ago, if this girl has pictures in your house, then they have been in your house together.
Right, and somehow you don't notice this?
Yeah, that throws me off. I don't see how.
Especially whenever you know his girlfriend and everything.
Yeah.
So
I think
wait. You have to put yourself in his. Like, if you were the friend, would you want to cause even more drama within that? Like, what they did is not good. Like, it caused even more drama, right? But if they didn't say anything and it just went away, everything would have been fine.
Right. They were banking on the idea that this would never come out and it would just be like Clout Gang's little secret, like Hollywood, all right? Yeah. Fortunately, it came out.
He got me too.
And what's fucked up about that is that Wolfie has put his friends in this compromising position where you got these internet 12-year-olds who put stock in all these relationships thinking that they're actually some like cheater cover-upper people, you know, people that align with that bullshit.
By the way, Connor, go ahead.
I think that when Wolfie knows that, let's all acknowledge it, the majority of people who watch YouTube, or a lot of them at least, are kids. They're the individuals who follow this shit, put a lot of stock in it. When you know that's your fan base, man, and you know that you can compromise your friend's integrity with that fan base through those actions, and you still do those things, man, that's just some asshole stuff. I can't.
By the way, Connor, I wanted to correct you there. He didn't get Me Too'd because it was consensual. She wanted that.
Yeah, no, I was just memeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was similar.
But if you're not 18, you can't give consent, so you're fucked anyways.
Facts.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's what
consent. It's not legal though.
Yeah,
right,
it's not
legal, but she knew she was fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So this whole
but at that point, then it's up to the parents.
Look, Clout Gang is a sketchy place, and all those dudes are. There's some sketchy stuff going on.
They're just as sketchy and as fucking broken as Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Yeah, and everyone everyone on YouTube, even Mr. Beast. Everyone was like, Clout Gang, you know, is like Team 10 but great. Like, you know, they all people care about each other. All people love each other. It's a great place. Everyone, you know, it's all super positive and stuff. Well, turns out it's no better than Team 10. And just like how Team 10 was thriving in 2017 and then they broke up in 2018, Clout Gang is going to face a similar breakup. Because it's not all sunshine and rainbows at Clout Gang. All right.
But Clout Gang never sold themselves on their morality, man. You got Rice Gum here making fun of little kids. You know,
that is true.
Sold themselves
right. But
brand.
they do actively say, like, you know, we're better than Team 10 because we all genuinely care about each other. Watch the beta podcast with FaZe Banks. He legit says that. He's like,
yeah,
you know, Team 10. Everyone's in Team 10 for the business aspect of it. They're only in Team 10 to get fame and money. Whereas with Clout Gang, everyone genuinely is friends with each other and everyone genuinely loves each other. So they do sell that of we're a genuine group. We're not here just for the money or just for the fame. It's nice, but we're not here just for that. We're also here because we're friends, we genuinely like each other, and we genuinely trust each other. Well, it turns out it's not so great like you led on.
I think that individuals who aren't genuine can genuinely like other people. I just think that their friendship's going to be inherently flawed. For example, you kind of, and you see this within the Wolfie situation, you kind of have two moral codes kind of working against each other. On one hand, you have the morality of doing the right thing, telling on this guy you know is doing this stuff. But on the other hand, you have vouching for a friend, which is also deemed moral. And I think that
it's a conflict of morals, and at that point, you have to decide which one.
Yeah, but they've picked the latter, which shows that they're in ways they're morally flawed. They're not the most genuine.
Well,
individuals.
I mean, they are YouTubers. I mean, all those guys are morally flawed, so it's no surprise there. But yeah.
I think it's a bit pretentious to paint them in such a broad brush, but nevertheless.
Nah, they're YouTubers. Where's the YouTuber that's completely, you know, the YouTuber that's in the drama ring, I should say, that's like morally like correct?
Well, and that's where you're right. Like, I understand there's no morally right, you know, YouTube. Like, not even in, you know, normal YouTube, there's no morally right YouTube. Like, there's a lot of moral, they say are morally right, but are actually like deep down they've got a lot of secrets, they've got a lot of flaws. Everyone does. There's no one that's morally perfect.
Yeah.
Is more the term, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of people who have really good morals in YouTube, but not in the drama circle we're talking about.
Not in the drama circle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, agreed.
You know what? You know what, guys? You know what? I am the one guy on YouTube drama who's completely morally good.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay.
Bias.
Yeah. Actually, it's Ben.
Oh
yeah, man. And that's the thing about the YouTube drama circle, man. Like when that whole thing popped off, I was watching all those guys, and I couldn't find anybody within that ring whose comedy didn't come at the expense of somebody else, man. Like, I think that's super problematic.
Comedy by nature, like, all jokes come at the expense of someone else.
I disagree.
I think Markiplier grew without anyone at the expense of anyone else.
He's no. You know what? I get what you're saying, Augie. I think I actually do agree with that.
Right.
Now that I even think about it.
Some.
But I think that there's tiers to it. You know. Sometimes it's toxic. You have leafies who are literally making videos on kids, you know?
Yeah, well, I like the toxicity.
It's content, okay?
You know what? It is toxic. He's right. But I like the toxicity. So
that's what the internet is, dude. It's just a giant melting.
But again, man, you gotta have that social responsibility, bro. Like, somebody
it's a balance. It's a balancing game.
Well, okay.
Look, I like the toxicity, but I'm not gonna screw over Connor or Ben or Gamer J Lee. I have to. Look, I'm toxic. I am toxic, but I at least have some morals to where I'm not gonna backstab these guys or make exposed videos on them. Or
it's kind of warm some areas, but it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, Seaver, what do you call it? You call it social responsibility?
All right. Oh, my fault, guys, dude. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fault. Like,
did you say it's kind of warm in here?
What did you call it?
My house just got new AC, guys. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, okay, you said it's social responsibility. Is that what you said, C4? Or something like that?
In terms of social responsibility, what was I saying?
Is that just the term you used?
I think that, it's a term, I guess it's a term that's pertinent.
Okay.
You know?
Why do you think that, like, every YouTuber needs to have that?
Because you have an audience, man. You have an audience, bro. You have.
But if you make it clear, like, what your intent is,
so you're saying, like, they need to.
Then
protect
why
the
do you
children.
need to have that?
Say that again. You guys were talking over each other.
Go ahead, Connor.
Then, if you make it clear what your intent is, then why does every single YouTuber need to have that?
I don't think every single YouTuber needs to have that, but I think that once again, when you're exclaiming that you have genuine friendship. I think that you're entreating yourself to an audience who is a fan of genuine friendship, and more often than not, those are genuine people. And I think that those people you owe social responsibility.
Right. It's when Connor, he's saying when you lay it on like that, I'm a good guy, I'm a good person. But let's say you're like Leafy. Leafy made no ways about it.
I don't think Leafy needed to have social responsibility.
Leafy was like straight up. He was like, you know what? I'm a scumbag. I'm just here to tell some jokes and get off.
Let me say
Leafy needed social responsibility, and here's why.
Why?
He might not have had it with the individuals who was roasting in his videos, but he most certainly didn't have it with the individuals in the community that were other content creators, which is the reason why he fell.
But he doesn't. He doesn't need that.
But that's why he fell, man. Look,
Leafy. Look, if Leafy had social responsibility, that would be such an oxymoron to his content.
But we're walking contradictions. This is the idea, man. Leafy fell because of the people who he wronged in the community. Yes or no?
Agreed. I agree with that. But one thing I'll say about
that's the level of social responsibility.
I think Leafy fell because he wasn't innovative. When he had had content that was working, right? He had a formula that worked. IDubbbz pointed out the flaws in that formula. Suddenly, people are tuning off of that formula, but he didn't change to a new formula. He kept the old one, and he died off because of that. If he had just changed up his content, maybe throw in face cam, hire an editor, tell funnier jokes, stuff like that, he would have survived. But he kept the same stale act.
Let me say two things. Let me say just two things, or three things total. One, Leafy fell apart because of two things. One, because Baited and all the things that came out during Baited, including the Nick Cash stuff and all that other stuff. Those were other reasons. And basically, yes, he did mistreat people in the community. But also it was the content cop. The content cop pulled out the flaws of his content and how repetitive, annoying, and basically retarded his fucking content was. And the truth is, I've watched a handful of his videos. And I remember the first fucking video I saw about him was the dog fucker one, where he's like, "Do you know what else is fun? Smashing people's head in with a rock." Over and over. He's made that same joke like 3 fucking times throughout the video. His content was repetitive. But
Leafy doesn't need like social responsibility because, like you're saying, it was because the people around him, right? Well, here's the thing. iDubbbz, the guy who everyone credits with burying Leafy, iDubbbz at the start of his video is like, I don't care if you make fun of, you know, dead people, autistic people, stuff like that. So iDubbbz off the bat is no less socially responsible than Leafy.
I think iDubbbz amid his peers, and maybe I should distinguish the two. On one hand, I'm talking about social responsibility to your viewers. On another hand, I'm talking about social responsibility to the individuals in the community who work alongside you. You know, a fellow YouTuber. I think that Leafy wronged people, and in the end, it bit him in the ass. I think that iDubbbz has great relationships with people in the community, and as a result, he gets to do what he does, but people still acknowledge the fact that besides his caricature that he portrays in the videos, he's a genuine guy.
What about Keemstar?
Keemstar, I think the same, honestly.
But he's successful.
Keemstar doesn't have a lot of good relationships with a lot of YouTubers.
Well, yeah,
he's got
because that's his job, dude. His job is.
Yeah.
I think that Keemstar has a lot of bad relationships, but he also has a lot of good relationships.
He does, but the problem is those are fake relationships. Basically the reason why he's got these relationships is because he needs the news, he needs the interviews. Basically, he'll give someone a platform because that brings him views, that brings him the money. Because guess what? His channel is called Drama Alert. There's always a knife in someone's back, and he's the one reporting it. And guess what? He has, you know, biases. He says that he's
in the middle sometimes. Yeah.
Right, he's in the middle most of the time.
I like Keem, so I'm gonna have to throw you
I
off.
hate it.
I don't want Keem to hate me. No, I'm just,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Keem seems
they're pointing out
genuine,
Keem's
especially
flaws
because he's
is
made
amazing.
mistakes in the past, yet he just acknowledges them, keeps it moving. I think he's a good dude at heart.
What's funny is that I was for Keem whenever Beta started. I felt bad for him. I felt like Leafy and Grade fucked him over. At the end of it, I hated Keem's gut. I liked Clown and Tommy, and I've stuck with Tommy from the fucking end of the show up through Catch 33 and all the way until now. The thing that bugs me about Keem is that you've heard the audio from the last episode of Baited from Tommy's show. Basically, Keem was giving him shit, and basically at the end it turned into a giant screaming match. And he lied about Clown. He lied that Clown wanted 33%, or he was walking. And then it flipped to blaming Tommy because he wanted to break up the show, but he didn't want to take the blame of why the show was breaking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically,
I don't know.
the point
my own
is,
bias. I don't know.
the point is,
But that's a slippery slope. You ready? It's in the end, it's all about, to an extent, what the viewers' kind of interpretation of all this receives. I'm a guy who's kind of always assimilated this kind of genuine character of Keemstar, mainly because of the way he markets himself in his Drama Alert videos. And I think that kind of, to the average viewer, that kind of outweighs what you saw in the Baited there.
Yeah, I don't think Keemstar's two-faced. I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
I think he
He's
might have an
well-marketed.
edgy personality, but he sticks with what his personality is. He's not like someone like Leafy, where he like
He's
backstabs
well-marketed, man.
people. And
I think he is two-faced because one time he'll be there for his friend, and then next time he'll basically write them off and say "fuck you" and just replace them with Andy Milonakis.
I don't think that's how it works. I think he gets angry at little things.
He didn't replace Clown with Andy Milonakis.
Yeah,
he replaced both Tommy and Clown for a few episodes.
He got into a fight with Clown, and and
like
then Tommy pitched a fight with him, and so they left. Tommy openly says he didn't get fired; he left, and Clown left with him. And then after that, Keem can't be at fault for putting new members on the podcast.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I can understand that.
Keemstar's podcast is just Keemstar.
Yeah,
that's still be a good show, dude.
But all right, guys, I gotta.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, we should.
I've got to get up in 5 hours. So
yeah, I appreciated the discourse, though, guys.
Thank you for coming on. That was great. Peace out, homie.
Yep.
All right, guys. Dude, the
How
show
close
is
are we done?
growing, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys want
I
to?
thought it was good.
Are we done?
No,
Maybe we'll
no,
give
we're
2
we're
minutes.
done.
Okay.
We've gone on
Alright.
for like almost 2 hours now. All right, guys. You guys want to put in some plugs before I end off the show?
What do you mean?
I guess.
Ladies
yeah, hey.
first.
Oh.
All right, Ben.
There you go, Connor.
Okay.
All right, Connor.
Well, he does
Jeez.
look like a beta.
You know, first is the best, so I'll take it. Yeah, I don't have any content yet, but go ahead and sub to my YouTube. Content will be coming real
You
soon.
had 69, but I subbed to you. So
Yeah, 69 subs.
69
I got
subs.
7. But hit me up.
Where's
And
Thomas
how is
in
Thomas in here?
How did Thomas get in?
because he's
the fuck?
better than you. Freaking slut.
Okay.
Anyway, close friends. It's the close friends thing.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm
disabled
into
close
that.
friends tab, so how is he able to still get in?
He's part of the thing. Anyway,
All right,
but yeah, check out my YouTube.
yeah,
dude.
check out Connor's
And
YouTube.
Twitch.
Ben, what do you got?
Okay, boys. So we got 3 fucking amazing ass stories. The first one's clickbaity as shit.
Wait,
The
what?
second one
Ben,
is
what are
pretty
you
fucking.
It's
Ben,
YouTube. It's YouTube.
Ben,
Yeah,
Ben, do you not
Yeah.
know what a plug is?
That's
Yeah,
exactly
he
what
is.
I'm
He's
doing.
plugging his YouTube channel. Shut up.
Oh,
Bonnie.
I thought he was
Fuck
starting.
off.
I thought he was starting 3 different stories.
No, you fucking idiot. Like, I can tell some stories, but that's for videos. Okay, yeah. So 3 videos. First one's fucking amazing. The second one, encouraging. The third one, I'm just going to tell you, trucks versus buildings. Go watch that
By
shit.
the way, Ben's link doesn't work either, just so you know.
Fucking Augie, dude.
What's
ass,
wrong with
dude.
it?
It's just channel UCKHT. It's 5 letters. I don't think
Dude,
that's
just
how
go
long
to his
YouTube
channel,
is.
grab the link, and throw it in the fucking thing. Oh my god.
I legit.
Okay.
That's legit what I did.
It doesn't
Then
even
you
work,
obviously botched.
Well,
Okay.
All right. Let me copy his link address. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna. Are you all done with your plugs,
Yeah.
Ben? Okay.
Send nudes. There we go.
Okay. So, let me just
Next
get
will
my
be
shit
raps
out of the
right
way.
here.
I've got basically, hopefully, 2 videos coming out this week. One, I'm going to be talking about a topic that we talked on this show about. I'm going to be talking about the Enzo Amore story, giving my opinion, and basically covering that with a fully edited video, not just a podcast, which this is. But I'm also going to be talking about a very important question, and is E3 starting to become irrelevant with all the leaks in gaming and everything going on over the past couple of months, and basically games being announced way before E3? Is the show of shows starting to become irrelevant? That is a question that I'm going to be asking my audience, and I've gotten a lot of mixed reception on that, but that'll be coming later this week. Go subscribe to me. I'm better.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
All right. Now that we've done a full
You're
show, of
toxic as fuck, man. What the
That's
fuck?
the entire
Ben
point
does
of
not have a lot of social responsibility. Let me tell you.
Dude, I will freaking burn down your
That you
freaking
just
public
proved my
library,
point.
bitch.
You just proved my point.
Facts.
All right, guys. Well, of course, we saved the best for last. My name.
Yeah.
What am I saying? My name.
Jack.
All
Some
right.
dead me. Just bring it back.
Why did I just say that? I'm like falling asleep here. Guys,
Yeah.
I gotta get up in like 5 hours to take a test, but when I get back home, we'll be doing the RFC Game Station, which hasn't aired in like a month. We'll be bringing the RFC Game Station back with some Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. If you guys don't know what Game Station even is, because we got a ton of new subs since we did our last one. Game Station is every Saturday. It's supposed to be, I haven't done it in a while, but we're bringing it back. Every Saturday we do a game stream, but we can talk about drama and stuff, because on Twitch it's kind of like a big no-no. So on RFC Game Station, come in, chill, talk in the chat. I'll be just sitting here cracking a cold one with the boys. Oh, and also with Game Station, literally anyone can come in. Or
Augie, how old are you?
I fricked up. Literally any one of my mutuals can come in. So,
just let him talk.
So, check me out. I'll be live as soon as I get back from my test. So basically, I'm going to sleep, take my test, and then come back and get back on the stream.
Bust a fat nut.
Follow me on Twitch. A couple of you did on the stream. Follow me on Twitch. I do a ton of stuff on there, so you should go do that. Basically, like where I just get to do whatever I want. So it's just my creative area. That's all I have for the show. Oh, we also might be doing some interviews. I need to talk with a few YouTubers, but we might be doing some interviews, so you should subscribe.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
It's for RLC.
All right. Let's go ahead and end this like terrible show. No. All right.
Wow.
Terrible. It was amazing.
Dude, it was amazing. Why do we have You know what? Ethan's new. Let's just throw him in last minute and see what he does. Ethan, what are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that good job on the growth, Augie.
It's like a freaking like.
Good job.
Great job.
Good job on the growth. Your penis looks great.
Yeah, dude. Great girth,
Oh.
dude.
Good job on the growth. All right. Well.
Of course, that is what I meant.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Get out of here, you creep.
No.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and deafen. You guys stay in there because I want to chit chat. And I'll go ahead and end the show. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me load up the music, and we are going to head out. Peace out, guys.